Hello, that's the second video because I accidentally stopped the video. So sorry for that. You will have to continue with the second video. And we stopped in the speaking part. Do you spend more or less time on this thing? Say why. So working or study. Do you spend more time working or study? So for me personally, I spend more time working and more time on studying. So all the time. Getting to work, I spend as I can say I spend as much time working and studying as I did last year, for example, or as I did 3 years ago. And getting to work or school, uh, I spent less time to get to work, and then last year, less time. And sitting in the traffic, I spent more time, I think, sitting in the traffic. I spend less time talking to friends than last year, and I spend less time meeting friends than last year. Being online, I spent much more time, much more, это когда ты усилишь намного больше time being online, and I spend as much time as I on sleeping as I did last year. I spent, I think, less time on cooking than last year, and I spent less time on shopping than last year, and I spent less time on, maybe not less time, I think I spent as much time on knitting as the last year, and I spent much more time using my phone, and I spent much more time using my computer. Okay, and number two, do you have more or less free time? Why don't you have time for nowadays? Почему нету времени nowadays? What would you like to have more time for? What would you like to have more time for? For myself, of course. Of course. Number five, listening, and let's read it. You're going to listen to an expert talking about how to live your life more slowly. Мы с тобой послушаем сейчас, как эксперт talking говорит about how to live your life more slowly. Как жить жизнь более медленно. Look at her 5 main tips. Посмотрим на ее 5 основных как бы не подсказок, а рекомендаций. Guess what the missing words are. И надо догадаться, каких слов не хватает. So, for example, number one. Whatever you're doing, just try to, что бы ты ни делал, просто постарайся, что сделать, and enjoy it, и насладиться этим. Example, например. Number two, make a list of 3 things, which are, сделай список 3 вещей, которые for you, что для тебя, okay? Example, don't try to do, не старайся делать at the same time, все в одно время. Sit down and do, садись и делай for half an hour every day. Полчаса каждый день. Example. Be near. Example. Okay, let's listen first.
2.42.
Today we talked to Laurel Rees, who's writing a book about how to live more slowly. She's going to give us 5 useful tips.
My first tip is something which is very simple to say but more difficult to do in practice. Whatever you're doing, just try to slow down and enjoy it. If you are walking somewhere, try to walk more slowly. If you're driving, make yourself drive more slowly. It doesn't matter what you're doing, cooking, having a shower, exercising in the gym. Just slow down and really enjoy the moment. We all try to do too many things that we just don't have time for. So my second tip is make a list of the 3 things which are most important for you, your priorities in life. Then when you've made your list, make sure that you spend time doing those things. Imagine, for example, that your 3 things are your family, reading, and playing sports. Then make sure that you spend enough time with your family that you have space in your life for reading, and that you have time to do sports. And forget about trying to do other things that you haven't got time for. Tip number 3 is don't try to do two things at the same time. The worst thing you can do is to multitask. So, for example, don't read your emails while you're talking to a friend on the phone. If you do that, you aren't really focusing on your emails or your friend, and you aren't going to feel very relaxed either. Tip number 4 is very simple. Once a day, every day, sit down and do nothing for half an hour. For example, go to a cafe and sit outside, or go to a park and sit on a bench. Turn off your phone so that nobody can contact you, and then just sit and watch the world go by. This will really help you to slow down. Okay, my fifth and final tip. One of the most relaxing things you can do is to be near water, or even better, to be on water. So if you live near a lake or river, go and sit by the river or go boating. If you live near the sea, go and sit on the beach. Relax and listen to the sound of the wind and the water.
Сейчас поставлю.
You will feel your body and mind slowing down as the minutes go past.
Okay, so F to command. Just a second. Возьми пока посмотри Настю папу. Сейчас я закончу быстренько и к тебе приду. Окей? На, держи. Нет? Окей, давай тогда вместе с тобой закончим. Сейчас я не могу, сейчас мне некогда. На, иди, пожалуйста. Сейчас дай мне закончить, и через 5 минут я приду. Окей? Давай. Давай закроем дверцу. Okay, so listening 5. So of course you will listen at home more times, not only once. Okay, for example, you will tell me whatever you're doing, just try to, first example, I will tell to slow down and enjoy it. For example, slow down while you're driving. You have to think and slow down and think about more examples as well. So make a list of things which are the most important for you, and then example and think. For example, that can be so spending time with your wife or with your friends and work. So and then decide. So I would like you to listen more time and then give examples out from the listening and out from your life. Okay, and then of course, as usually, when we finish our student book, you will have to go to your workbook again. Say, open the same открыть unit 5, 5A, также unit 5A, and go through и пройти мимо the exercises. So I forgot 40, it's not 40. Это у нас, наверное, будет 35 somewhere. Okay. So, so it's the page 30, 30 страничка. And здесь то же самое, no time for anything. Сначала you have to do the grammar, comparative adjectives and the adverbs. And then they rewrite the sentences, переписать предложение using as, just to practice how we use this construction as. Then number 2, vocabulary in unsafe spot. It's all about the time expressions that take about. She needs to spend more time studying. Then just listen pronunciation and I check it and read the story. The fisherman and the banker. Very interesting story. I would like you to read it and then to comment me because it's very interesting. Then please write true or false and then do listening. Listen to 5 speakers talk about how their life have changed. Has just started working from home, has had a baby, has lost her job, has moved to a different country, has retired. Okay, and that's all for today. So enjoy your lesson and see you next time. Bye bye.